Oh, here we go. You made it. Oh!
Hey, I'm up there,
You
man.
did. Almost. Did you see that? He wiped out. Let's see if we can do it again. Come on.
I know you gonna dig this.
Get funky with me.
What's going on, everybody? How you doing today? Here I am on 5th Avenue in New York City. Where am I at? I'm at 11th Street. I got about 4 or 5 more blocks to go south. I'm going to Washington Square Park, famous Washington Square Park. I just showed you a bit of the archway. When we get closer, I'll show you the archway, and you'll recognize it because it's in countless movies, TV shows, and it's just, you know, it's iconic. It's an iconic New York spot, Washington Square Park. Not a lot of people know that it kind of has a bit of a dark past, to say the least. As we get closer, or into the park, I'm going to tell you about that dark past. And it's a little creepy. It's October. I guess it's time for that. But here we go. We're going to walk down. We're going to be at Washington Square Park in a moment. You're coming with me. Let's go. Well, while I'm walking, I may as well. Let me see what I can see. Yeah, we're getting close. There's the archway right there. If you look straight down. Now, Washington Square Park. No, I don't know. I mentioned it to one friend, Rayan, their location, shout out. He knew. I'm not sure how many other people know that below Washington Square Park, or part of Washington Square Park, but below it, it's a former cemetery. It was a potter's field for people without a lot of money. It was a public graveyard. There are bodies still underneath. Do you know how many bodies they estimate are underneath? 20,000. 20,000 people. Now these were people with not a lot of money. So it was, like I said, a pauper's field, a potter's field they call it. But from the late 1700s to the early 1800s, there were mass burials, separate burials, but over 20,000 bodies. Over 20,000 bodies are buried beneath them. Over time, though, they started building into a park, and the gravestones and stuff, if there were any headstones, that we're going to see one, they're, you know, kind of lost to time, taken away. So the early 1800s, there was the yellow fever epidemic in New York City. And that's where a lot of the victims of the yellow fever epidemic, a lot of them were buried here at Washington Square Park. So in 2009, they were doing utility work and they discovered bones. And it kind of revealed the history. I'm sure people knew already the history, but that was, you know, kind of underneath. There's still human remains, like I said, 20,000, and headstones. And occasionally, they resurface. Now, how that works, I'm not exactly sure. But I mean, they're digging for things, like people are digging, like workers and that sort of thing. And, you know, I don't think a lot of people, this is one of the busiest spots in New York, we're going to see. You know, and if you're a fan of the movie Kids, a lot of that movie took place here. And, oh my God, it's packed. I don't know how many people know the history and what's underneath here. It's crazy. To get a little more specific, summers of 1797, 1798, 1801, and 1803 is when the yellow fever epidemics. They originally had planned to bury just 5,000 bodies, but that was how many spaces they had, but it ended up being over 20,000 here at Washington Square Park. And no, they didn't move them. It's a park. And I believe it's mostly on, how many acres is this park? Maybe 10 acres, roughly. And I think it's on the eastern side. So we're heading south. That will be east that way. But yeah, there's a couple of things in here that are a reminder of its darker history, I guess. But I have to find them. I will. But look at that iconic arch. There it is. And we're gonna do a little loop around. But there's, oh my God, jeez, that scared the heck out of me. There's a place for a tree here called the Hangman's Elm, and I want to find the Hangman's Elm. I mean, it is bad. Apparently, a guy named Marquis de Lafayette, I think he was a French soldier during the Revolutionary War, but they hung horse thieves from here. But I've read that only there's a record of one public execution here of a woman for something. Yeah, I've only read about one woman that was hung up. I got to be careful how I word this, but I've only heard about there's one person, her name was Rose Butler, committed arson apparently, and over there on the eastern side is where she was executed. If I can whisper that. But there's a Hangman's Elm here somewhere. I don't know which one it is. Let's see. Is it that one? Oh boy. No, it bursts up into. I think it's this one over here. As we're walking, I spent a couple days ago walking around Central Park. Central Park is huge. Washington Square Park is small. It's, like I said, it's only 10 acres. So a nice place to come to, aside from the dark history. I'm not sure which. Oh, this one. This is Hangman's Elm. Does it have a sign? Anything? Nope. It's this one. It is definitely this one. This is the Hangman's Elm. Might even have a little thing on it, but as I turned around and looked, I remember there was a red building back, and then, yeah, this is the Hangman's Elm, or English Elm. Oh, they've named it something a little nicer. Wow. Now we're gonna walk back into the center, and I believe there should be a headstone on display. I was looking to figure out where it is, and I'm almost positive it is on the property still. Let's go. Right over here is where all the skateboarders are, but there's some hacky sack players. Did not know that. The hacky sack was still a thing, was still going. Somebody bust out some spin doctors, please. Very cool. Good to see. Good to see that somewhere there was a sack being ackied. Absolutely incredible. Look at it. Look at the amount of people here. Wow. So skateboarding scene from kids was over there, I believe. I'm gonna find out, but I'm pretty sure I just figured out where the headstone is, I think. It's gonna be down here. We're gonna go through here. This is a real slice of New York that you're seeing right here, to say the least. It's very muddy right there. I'm jumping over. Now, there's a young Irish gentleman named James, and I think it's in the window here of this building. This is the Washington Square Park house, I think it's called. I hope the headstone is here. Oh, James Johnson headstone. Here we go. It was unearthed in 2009, like I said, though Sullivan Street entrance, though remains were found during construction. No remains were found with the headstone. No other headstones have been found in the park during subsequent archaeological excavations. So it's going on about Potter's Field, yellow fever, everything I said. So the unique presence of Jackson's headstone in the park remains a mystery and may indicate that it was disassociated from his grave elsewhere. He resided at 19 East George, Market Street, 1799. He was employed as a watchman and died of yellow fever. He was relatively prosperous. For a brief time, a public directive required that yellow fever victims be buried at Washington Square, adjacent to the indigent at the Potter's Field. In 1825, the burial ground was converted to a parade ground and subsequently a public park in 1827. So here's where his headstone discovered. So right around the corner, potter's field within the park limits. We're looking, that's the cemetery. Wow. So pre-1817 church cemeteries right here at the corner. Look at that. That's the big arch. That's a circle of just showing all the skateboarders and all their vendors and everything. All the people. Everywhere. Everywhere. And here's his headstone. Let me see if I can get a good shot. Hard to see. I'm trying to show you as best I can. That's the headstone. Let me see if they're open, if I can get inside. It's okay. Look at that.
You can get it? Oh, all right, good.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It's hard to read it on the outside, so I was just wondering. But there it is. So, where were we? So she just let me go inside a little bit and film from the side. And so there's the outside of it again. Very difficult to see, sorry. A little bit better. A little bit better. It's right in that window there. Thought it'd be a little easier to see. All right. Yeah, I mean, that's the story. But I'd like to know that. Some dogs are fighting over there. Oh, they're having fun, but one's not enjoying it. Oh, makes me miss my dog. I'll be home in a couple of days. So right where I'm walking, right where everybody's walking, this was it still is a cemetery. It was. It's not. It was. It is. The bodies haven't been moved, like I said. Oh boy, it's muddy right here. Here we go. Everybody's looking at the fountain. Let's see the fountain. I gotta show you some cool. I mean, these guys are jumping a shopping cart. It's hilarious. No, I've ever seen anybody make it yet. Let's see if we can catch someone trying to jump it. But just like the movie Kids, a lot of skateboarders. Nobody's jumping it now. Musicians, there's some soccer here. This is amazing. That guy fell. Well, I don't know what happened to the shopping cart. Olympics, but it seems to be over. But just now they were jumping back and forth. There's wild. Oh, is he going to go jumping? Nope, he's just going around it. Oh, not bad. What do you think, Ryan Albanese? Not bad. Oh, here we go. You made it. Oh!
Hey, okay,
You did. Almost. Did you see that? He wiped out. Let's see if we can do it again. Come on. He's doing better than I can. I'm never good on skateboard. Skates, yes. I can play hockey. Skateboard, I was never that good. I was all right, but I couldn't really do any jumps. Now BMX, that was my thing. Can we have one more? Somebody do one more jump? Wait, no. Nope, he's not doing the jump. Oh, he broke his skateboard. He's angry about it. I don't know. I don't want to be part of that. But the movie Kids, the infamous fight scene from Kids, where Casper, oh my God, when he hits the guy with the skateboard, it was right about right here. I'll show you a quick clip of that. It's a brutal scene, but all that, the fight scene for Kids was shot right here, where he gets into an altercation with the other guy, and they all gang up on him. It's brutal. But Kids, 1995, one of my favorite films. One of the most disturbing films you'll ever see. Yeah, that infamous fight scene was shot right here. Right in front of the arch. Weed for sale, and if you have never smoked marijuana or smelled it, come to Washington Square Park. You will be high immediately. A lot of people indulging. Yeah. Sorry, what was I talking about, man? Oh yeah. I'm kidding. I don't think I have a contact high, but yeah, it's very pungent. You can't buy happiness, but you can buy weed, and that's pretty close. That's what it says there. Wow. This is just such a wide range of people. Everybody is just crazy, this scene. It's a beautiful, beautiful fall day here in New York. Watching, everybody. I'm gonna go somewhere else, keep filming. I've got a little bit of daylight left, and I want to squeeze in one last thing. So I thought you'd enjoy that little video. Knowing, I think a lot of people probably do know the history now that I'm thinking about it. Now that I was walking around, there's a few like the headstone, and I was thinking about it while I was walking back from the scene as that maybe a lot of people do stop and look at it, but probably not. Probably not. So maybe a lot of people don't know. Maybe I did get a contact high. I'm not sure. A lot of people don't. A lot of older New Yorkers probably know. But that's a little bit of history right there. Washington Square Park, 20,000 bodies buried beneath. I mean, they all rest in peace. I hope they rest in peace with you. I really do. Thanks for watching, everybody. Love you all. All right, New York City. There's nothing like New York City. If you haven't been to New York City, you have to come at least once. It's amazing. You will love it. And if I'm here, I'll show you around. I promise, because I love this city. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace out.